What? Why isn't it available? Hey everybody, how's it going? Hey Rachel, good to see you. Check out the new backdrop. What do you think? Isn't it cool? Like, check this out. I can change the colors. Hold on, it says the device. Okay, I can change the colors of the lights. Isn't that awesome? I love it. And there is a way that you can put it to music too, which is super cool. But I haven't quite yet figured that out yet. So anyway, I just wanted to drop in and say hello to everybody. Thanks, Rachel. I appreciate it. I'm super excited about it. I think it'll make it a little bit more funky, you know, that gray backdrop, it just had to go. Anyway, just wanted to show this off. Hey, Gary, we missed you. When was it? When did Gary? Oh, the Zoom call. You didn't join the Zoom call. We missed you for that. Hey, Tammy, thanks. Check it out. You can change the colors. Isn't that cool? I just love it. Absolutely love it. And check this out. I can show you this. You can make it a pulsating rainbow. Hold on. Let me figure it out here. Let's go here. Let's go. Why isn't it working? I don't know why it's not working. Oh, there's going to pulsate red. No, I want the rainbow. There we go. I'll leave it on that for a little while. Tammy says, cool lights. Thanks, Tammy. I appreciate it. Yeah, Gary, watch your language. I mean, I know it's summer, but come on. Gary says, I have heard you guys were asking for me. Yeah, we were asking for you. We were like, where is Gary? Like, we wanted to see your face. I got it in my head who you are, but you know. Anyway, isn't this cool? Like, they can change. I just love it. Hey, Wan Ying, how's your summer going, kid? Good to see you guys. I miss you all so much. And so I just had to get on here and say hello and show you my awesome new lights. Look at this strobe light. Party time. We should have done this when we were studying. And then they also have rainbow jumping change is what this one's called. Huh. Tammy says, I have to leave for class right now. Oh, bye, Tammy. Thanks for stopping by. It was so good to see you. Yeah, class, summer class. Ugh. You should be done with class, in my opinion. All right, let's get this off of here. I'm going to go back to regular. Anyway, I just wanted to say hello to you guys real quick and show you these awesome new lights because I was so excited about them. And Gary says, Missy, I do have to say, though, I destroyed that exam. All right, good, Gary. I hope so. Have any of your teachers given you guys feedback? If not, that's fine. I mean, because, you know, they've got to be graded yet. I think it starts on June 17th when we start grading. So that will be coming up real soon. Tammy's school doesn't end until next week. Oh, Tammy, I am so sorry. When you end, we will all celebrate with you because it's time. It's time for summer. Yeah. So anyway, I wanted to let you guys know I've got some things coming up that are planned. I wanted to talk about what's going on in our world today and the history behind it. A lot of you haven't learned that history yet because you'll be learning it next year in the 11th grade for like the civil rights era and stuff like that. And so I have a friend of mine who teaches at Westside with me, and she's going to be joining for a live stream on Tuesday at 7 p.m. So I wanted to tell you guys about that. We're going to be talking about kind of like the dominoes that have all led to where we're at today and some ideas on how change can occur and things like that. So I think it'll be a really interesting conversation that you guys should be interested in. You know, history is kind of like dominoes. One event leads to another, and they just kind of keep leading to another. And so I think it's really important to understand the context. That way, when you're on Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff, and you see these idiotic comments, you have some information to back it up and hopefully change somebody's mind. I know that I used to get on Facebook, look at cute pictures of my friends' kids and all that stuff, and now it's like argument after argument, and I try to stay out of them, but sometimes you just got to educate the public, you know what I'm saying? And so I want you guys to have that information. I want you guys to have the history behind it, the context, as we like to call it, because, you know, we all love context. So that's what we're going to be doing on Tuesday. That'll be me and Miss Steward. Miss Steward. She's awesome, and she'll be sharing with you guys some of the history as well. And then next Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time, we are going to play Pop Culture Jeopardy. Super excited about that. I just thought it would be kind of fun to, get a fun Jeopardy game going. So hopefully Gary and Rachel can, be on opposite teams and they can compete a little bit because we know they love to compete, right? So that'll be next Thursday, and I'm excited about that. Oh, see, Gary's already starting with the trash talk. Yes, he is. So I got to get that game together. I was like, that's going to be a hard one to make because, the history stuff, I know that, but I'm going to have to look up some pop culture. And then another thing that I've been doing, I have to admit, guys, I've been a little lazy. I've been watching a lot of Netflix and a lot of TV. I need to start reading a little bit more, but I was watching this show called Hunters. I don't know if you've seen it yet or not. It's kind of gory, which I'm not like super fond of, like blood and guts and stuff. But the topic is, it blew my mind. It blew my mind. It's about guys and some women who joined up and they hunted Nazis after World War II. And they mentioned this thing called Operation Paperclip. And I had never heard of it. I was like, is that real? Because, sometimes when you're watching a Netflix show, you don't know for sure if it's real. Well, I looked it up, and yes, in fact, it is real. And what Operation Paperclip is, it was a time at the end of World War II when the U.S. and the Soviet Union were trying to get scientists and doctors from the Nazi regime that were really intelligent minds, and they were trying to bring them over to the United States to work for the United States or bring them to the Soviet Union to work for the Soviet Union, because the Cold War happens after World War II, and that's between the communist and the democratic world, the U.S. against Soviet Union. So the whole point of that was to try to get these great intelligent minds on our side. Now, that sounds all great and dandy, but some of the people they were bringing over had committed mass atrocities during the Holocaust against the Jews and against, people that fought for the Jews and gypsies and all the people that Hitler was targeting during the Holocaust. Some of these men that we were bringing over did like horrible, absolutely deplorable things. And we brought them over anyway. And it was under this like secret operation called Operation Paperclip. And this show, The Hunters, talks about that. And it just like blew my mind. Rachel says, I might watch that show. It was good. It was really good. I had to fast forward some parts. I don't really like torturing and watching torture people. And that happens quite a bit. But you can just fast forward that part. If you got a weak stomach, because I couldn't handle that. But the truth behind it was really like mind blowing, and I thought, what an amazing debate, because here on one side we have men who are saying we need to bring these Nazis over because even though they are Nazis, they're really intelligent. They're going to help us get to the moon. They're going to help us create all of these things that can defeat the Soviet Union. But on the other side of that is, where's the justice? Why were they allowed to come over here and live a good life just because they're smart after they've done these horrible things? So it's a really interesting topic. And of course, I had to know more about it. So I ordered this book, and I'll fill you guys in on it as I'm reading it. It's called Operation Paperclip. It's good, really good so far, actually. Not just good, it's really good. It's written by a journalist, and she actually found some paperwork from the Nazis, from the U.S. government that documents these things. So primary documents, if you will, on this topic, and uses it in her book. And I haven't gotten very far yet, as you can see. I think I'm on like page 5 or 6. But so far, it has been really interesting. And then in the center, there's a whole bunch of pictures and information about the guys that they brought over and what they did and how they helped the United States versus what they did during the Holocaust. So I'm planning on making a lesson about this. I'll probably also do a video about it as well, just because I think it's such an amazing debate topic. Was it something that the U.S. government should have done, or is it something that they shouldn't have done? Should they just killed these guys and got rid of them because of what they did? So especially, during this time frame of what we're going through right now. It's just a crazy time in our world, and justice is an important conversation to have. So stay posted for this. And if you're interested, definitely watch The Hunters. It's really good. It talks a lot about this, and I'll keep you posted on this book, but so far, so good. Hey, Luz. Hey, Carol. Hey, Teresa. Good to see you guys. I miss you all so, so much. I have just been kind of lazing around, watching the news a lot. It's just crazy what's going on in our world today. And so I want to keep up to date on that. Like I said at the beginning, on Tuesday night at 7, we are going to be discussing that and kind of the history that leads up to the civil rights movement and where we are today and all the dominoes that have fallen in order to get us where we are today. I think it's really important that you guys understand that context. And then that way, when you are talking to people, maybe you can change somebody's mind. Maybe you can make a difference in the way that you're arguing because you have the facts and you have the knowledge of those events. So that's what we're going to be doing on Tuesday. And then Thursday, once again, is Pop Culture Jeopardy. So make sure and tune in for that. That'll be fun. I don't know. I don't know how Ethan will do with Pop Culture Jeopardy. I'll have to ask him, because we know that he's really great at history. But does he know his pop culture? And I don't think he's listening, so we can talk about him. Anyway, so what's been going on, guys? How's your summer going? Drop it in the comments. Are you guys still staying home? I'm still primarily staying home. I don't really want to get the coronavirus. So I've still kind of been staying home and quietly involved in the protest, just listening and learning and reading about what things we can do. We'll also talk about that on Tuesday. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to. Gary says, I've been staying home just playing games and watching YouTube. Okay. All right, Gary, you better be playing my videos too, because I am close to my minutes, guys. I'm about 30,000 minutes away from monetizing. So that's exciting. And that's why I thought I would keep up with some summer videos. And not to mention, I just miss y'all. I just really miss y'all. And we spent so much time together getting ready for that AP exam. And now that it's over, it's like, all right, let's have some fun, So that's why I thought it'd be great to do a fun Jeopardy. Wan Ying says she's doing the same thing. Yep. Well, you can also, pick up some artsy stuff like maybe painting or crafting in some way. I've been doing wall hangings. I need to make a video about that too. It's been a lot of fun. Carol says, I can't go out until Tuesday because the protests in my city scared my mom since the cops were being really brutal. Yeah. It's a scary time out there, and I definitely want you guys to stay safe. I was thinking about my kids here in Houston, and, the history teacher part of me says, go to the protest and have your voice be heard. But then the parental side of me is like, man, I just want them to be safe, and a lot of the protests have been peaceful, but there have been some that have not. And so that's kind of scary. Gary says, I'm sad because I don't think I'll get to go to my summer job. That is a bummer. What's your summer job, Gary? Is it canceled because of the coronavirus? Rachel says there's a curfew in my city. Yeah, I don't know if there's a curfew here in Houston or not, but I bet there is. Oh, you worked at the country club. Yeah, probably not. Probably not. I did hear that our community swimming pool is opening, so you might want to check some swimming pools. Maybe you could get a job as a lifeguard or something. That might be kind of interesting. Wan Ying says, pick up my trashy drawing skill for a little bit. Wan Ying, I doubt very much that it's a trashy skill. I think you're probably pretty good. I just got to tell you guys, Wan Ying's handwriting is some of the coolest handwriting I've ever seen. She writes like really, really tiny, and it's so beautiful. So I imagine that you draw just as beautiful, Wan Ying. Gary says it's not canceled, but I don't know. It was so nice, and I got free food. Free food is nice. Yes. I worked in the restaurant business the entire time I went to college, and I hardly ever cooked because I was just always eating at my restaurant, and that was awesome. We didn't get free food, but we got 50% off when we worked, so it was pretty much free. So, all right, guys. Well, anyway, I just wanted to hop on here, show you these cool new lights. I think they're pretty groovy, and just tell you a little bit about what we got coming up. I got a couple other surprises in store throughout the summer that I'm going to try to get done. Lots of ideas, just a limited time, you know. Hey, Joanne, how's it going? Good to see you. And I mean, by limited time, what I mean is limited motivation. But I'm trying to get more motivated here so that we can get these watch minutes going, you know, because I want to get monetized and be done with that. So anyway, hey, Katie, good to see you. What you been up to, Katie? We miss you. Hope you're doing well, and everybody stay safe in this current climate that we're in. And one last thing I wanted to tell you. There's a movie called Just Mercy. I watched it last night. It's free right now on Prime, and I think you can get it maybe free on YouTube. I heard on Facebook that MGM is allowing it to be free for the month of June because it's a story about a man who was wrongly accused, and he was on death row. I think it was 5 or 6 years. And it's a story about like his story. Oh, it was so good. And what shocked me the most was that it happened in 1989 to like 1993. I mean, what? I just could not believe that is still going on. And I'm sure, unfortunately, it's still going on, in our time right now. And so it's something that we definitely need to be aware of, but it was such a powerful movie, so well acted. Definitely take some time to watch it. It's called Just Mercy, and you can get it for free on Prime right now for the month of June. Michael Jordan. Oh yeah. So there was like a special about him, wasn't there? I don't think I've watched that yet, Rachel. So sorry. I need to watch that. And then of course, Gary's like Chris Hemsworth. Yes, Gary, we know you love Chris Hemsworth. We know, trust me. Let's see. Rachel says, now I know what I'm going to watch today. Yes, definitely watch it, Rachel. It was so moving. It had me in tears by the end. It made me want to be a lawyer, actually, so that I could go out and fight all these injustices, not injustice. Can't even talk. Rachel says, no, I mean, Michael B. Jordan was in that movie. He was? Oh, Michael B. Jordan. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the Michael Jordan. All right. I got you. Yeah. I mean, they just did an amazing job. The whole cast was awesome. I thought it was phenomenally done. And at the end, they tell you a little bit about the real characters and show you pictures. And I love when they do that for a true story because you can kind of like see, who the real people were. So definitely watch it. Just Mercy. It's awesome. Anybody else seen anything good before we hop off here that we definitely need to watch? Any other ideas? Probably Gary's going to say anything with Chris Hemsworth in it. Okay, Gary, we got you. Or Hemsworth, not Hemsworth. I cannot talk today. It's crazy. I'm out of practice. I skipped a whole week of YouTube videos. I'm out of practice. Wan Ying says, I'm going to go get lunch. Bye, Wan Ying. Have a good one. See you later. I already had lunch. Let's see. Gary says, dang, Ms. Z, how'd you know? I just already know, Gary. I just already know. So anyway, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to head out of here. Before I go, make sure and tell some seniors in your life we love them. I've got my old senior shirt on today to let them know that we love them. And I don't, depending on where you're at, they might be having an in-person graduation. They might not be having an in-person graduation. I think Westside is going to do a celebration like drive-through thing tomorrow for them. So just make sure and tell them that you love them and encourage them. Even if they don't get to have like a graduation, tell them congratulations. So all the seniors in your life do that. Hey, Isabella, good to see you. I have not seen Extraction. I'll have to check that out. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to hop off of here and just wanted to say hello, tell you about some upcoming events, show you the new background because it was super exciting. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you on Tuesday for our live conversation about what is going on today and the history behind it. the context behind it. You know, you guys love that. All right. Gary says it doesn't. You mean you're telling me about a movie that doesn't have Chris Hemsworth? Like, Gary, you're cheating on Chris. Come on now. I'm just teasing you. All right. Man, I have missed teasing Gary. It's so much fun to tease him. All right. Katie, love you too. Bye, guys. I will see you on Tuesday.